a double XI. You are listening to Jerry-Royce-Live Worldwide Podcast.
Up and praise him, put your hands up and praise him, put your hands up and praise him, yeah.
You are listening to Jerry-Royce-Live Worldwide Podcast.
All right, what's up, y'all? Sorry we are late. Skype was trying to give a brother a hard time. But anyway, happy hump day to you and welcome to Positive Power 21.org Christian Media. That's right, you're listening to Double XI with Batman of Charm City, aka Jerry-Royce-Live Worldwide. I want to thank everybody for tuning in. Thank you, Spricker Nation. Thank you for tuning in. Please share this file, everybody, on Facebook. What's up, family? The Facebook family, what is going on? What's up, Patrice-Jackson? What's up? Paula G. What's up, Joanna? What's up, Dr. Newsom? Dr. Paul Kelly? Dr. Trinell? Dr. Bellows? What's going on, family? Dr. Singleton? What's up, Mr. Chuck? Minister Chuck? Serena Winton, or Minister? No, I better back it up. Pastor Serena Green, what's going on? She gave it up yesterday. What's up, Theo White? Yeah, family, you missed a good show. Double show. That's right. Double trouble. That's right, yeah. Dr. Paul Kelly and Dr. Trinell back to back. Doctor. That's right here on the Double XI. That's right, Tuesdays, y'all. Woo, Monday was hot. Triple hitters. That's right, triple hitters starting with Marie. Pep Talk at 8. Then 9 o'clock you got Late Night. Then at 10 o'clock you got Zion. Woo, triple hitters on Monday. Don't forget about our on-demand guys. That's right, you got Ron-E-Jefferson, John E. Ross. You got Elation Radio, and catch their live stream starting tomorrow at 6 o'clock. That's right, get that live stream, y'all. That's right, we be streaming the Hair Morning Radio Show with Mr. Curry. That's right, you gotta check it out. That's a great show. You gotta check out the Hair Morning Radio Show. That's right, Curry comes on. He got a great show. All right, you love that show. They talk about hair, y'all. You know you like talking about hair. Yeah, we all do. Especially if we losing our hair. We don't know how to keep it. What's up? All right, let's get the show on the road. Special guest tonight is Ron-E-Jefferson. He's an author. He's a podcaster. He's a gentleman. He's a scholar. And I'm joined tonight by Patrice-Jackson from Pro Savvy Show. The Pro Savvy Show on I Am a Superwoman Radio with, Tina Hobson. The one that can fly. She's so fly. All right, thank you, everybody. We want to thank you all. We thank you for everything that you are, for all your gifts and your talents. We want to thank you for the many things you have given to others and given to us, all your kindness that you have shown me in Double XI. At the beginning of time, you brought your life into us, Lord. May you bring your life into us now so that each step that we take is filled with your faith. Each thought that we think is filled with your hope. Each moment we live is filled with your love. May we fully know your life and fully live in your love this day and every day. Amen. Shout out to the Blessed Network. Coming up on Saturday at 6 o'clock, the red carpet event starts. Eyes of Esther. That's right, starring and featuring our man Howard Sapp. Oh, did I run out of music? Sure did. Robot, you didn't tell me.
You are listening to Jerry-Royce-Live Worldwide Podcast.
Yeah, so we got a shout out to Howard Sapp. He's going to be the MC tomorrow. Mr. Appointed. He's going to be on the red carpet. So check it out, y'all. Saturday in Greenbelt, Maryland, right outside of D.C. So if you're in the area, just come on out. All right? Come on out, have some fun. It's going to be a fashion show. It's going to be a little bit of acting going on, a little bit of stage production. So come on out, get your pictures taken, get on the red carpet. That's right, so we can stream you. Come on out, y'all. show your outfits off. All right, I'm jerry-royce-live worldwide. Praise and worship time. Hope you enjoyed that music we played. And don't forget, Dr. Bobby Jones is coming to Double XI on Pastor Time next Tuesday at 9:15 to 10:15. Come on out and join us. We're going to have Paula G on there and Marcia Kelly. Of course, she's the co-host with Dr. Kelly. So come on out and join us as we have a round of questions and we hear his answers from the Mr. Gospel himself. Over 30 years in television. That's right. He was on BET, now you can find him on Impact TV. That's right. His sidekick, man himself, Mr. Everett Drake. Man of the Month on Next Man Up. Speaking of Next Man Up, we just released our brand new film, Who I Am, Next Man Up. Check out the docuseries, y'all. Man, that movie is really a big hit. People have been calling me up, finding out how they can get on the docuseries Next Man Up, because they are Next Man Up. That's right, y'all. They want to tell that story. And I'm like telling your story on the big screen, y'all. And we're going to be featuring a contest real soon for those artists out there looking for more exposure. You want to get a chance to get your song put on a motion picture in the movie. That's right. And the streaming. That's right. It's streaming on the internet all over the world. That's right, y'all. We can break some box office records, y'all. We're not limited to the theaters no more, y'all. We like Netflix. So check me out, y'all. We're streaming on Gumroads, on Positive Power XXI. You go out to the website, positivepower21.org, and you'll see the flyer for the movie. All right, let's bring my sidekick out. Let's talk to Patrice. What's up, Patrice? What's going on, my friend?
Hey, how are you?
I am good. Hold on one second. Let me fix something real quick. I just want to fix this real quick. I don't want this to be on the recording. All right, I forgot to set the mute up. All right, let's give that a second. All right, that's Mrs. Robot. She's going to come on and make some noise. All right, there we go. Let me unmute you. Yeah, Patrice. I was on Patrice's show, y'all. That should be airing Tuesday, right, Patrice? Tuesday?
Yep, Tuesday at 9 p.m.
Yeah, I was just a blabbing on that show. And I be talking about people that go 20 minutes without stopping. I meant to time myself. So when they hit
But
19,
you know what? It's something with content, though, you know? And that's what my show is so unscripted. Like, you know, so what you got to say? It's a conversation.
Well, you know, I had some people on here that went, I think they broke a record too. But I had some people that were saying some stuff, though. You really don't want to stop them. You know, it's like, no, I can't stop.
Right. Yeah. But sometimes people will, I have had interviews, just a few, where people, it's not the fact that you go 20 minutes, it's the fact that you say the same thing in that 20 minutes. Yeah. You know, I think that's the biggest thing.
I know you
got to get content. I'm not mad at you.
That's right. You know me, I always say, the first question, who are you? And that person go like, they be answering questions they be answering questions you haven't asked yet. That's funny.
Right.
I mean, I ain't talking about nobody, but it's like, that is so funny, though, when people do that. And I ain't talking about you, Ree, because Ree, you did your thing yesterday, Ree. You did your thing.
Yeah, that was a good interview.
That was. Usually I'd be on here doing all kinds of stuff, posting and designing flyers. I had to pay attention to that. Ree was going off.
Yeah, that one story she told about how she created that song, Middle of It All. Yeah. I was like, my mom was on the floor like, what? Like,
she ain't never tell nobody. She ain't never tell
that's by the time when you would think people would be writing the song. And that's one of my favorite songs. So I was shocked to hear that story.
Yeah, she know I love me some Broken. Broken got to me. Broken. Marie was in here singing. Matter of fact, I like Use Me a lot too. And because she had released 2 songs that she didn't even sing in her, she got a concert that's coming out. Yeah, y'all got to see this concert. You probably saw the digital promotion on it, running on Music Vision Television. But man, we was in here with her, and even her people. It was just phenomenal that feeling that she was giving off. I hope you guys feel it. In the film, Because, oh man, she sang, and I finished it. I just need to add a little bit of finishing touches to it to make it fabulous. And we're gonna release that bad boy on our new platform, man. It's gonna be for pay-per-view, and this is something new we're doing for the artists. We're giving them a chance to see some royalties come in. I know a lot of times they just singing, and then they don't really care about their music being sold. They just want people to hear it being played all over the radio, and they get some support, I imagine. But I think the video is gonna settle. How you feel about that, Patrice? In your own words, how you feel what visual presentation is going to do since it's happening now?
I mean, I think it's going to be big. I mean, let's be honest. I mean, now people are attracted to sight. Like what they can see right then and there, and that was something like back in like the day on albums. On CDs. When you would put the CD in your computer or in the DVD player, it would play a concert or sometimes a video. So I think that's going to be a great addition to, all the things that these artists offer.
Yeah, because I heard, I think I was talking to a promoter about a month ago, and he said they was about to release a video platform. I think it was about a week before we announced our release. We was, Paula G and I have been testing Music Vision for a while when we was doing Quiet Storm, if you remember. And then we kind of shut it down for a little bit. And, now that everybody's producing videos, it was like the right time to release it. And then I noticed these guys, I saw Tony D had announced on his site, he actually accepting videos. So they must be about to release a music video show somewhere. So that's awesome that it's going to open the door up for these guys. People going to know who they are when they come to their town. That's what it's all about.
Especially for like indie artists, because as you said before, any indie artist, regardless of what genre you're in, you really only are going to be seen from people that are in your area, because you really don't have the money to just travel everywhere so everybody can know who you are, right?
Right.
And music is known that a lot of artists, most artists make all their money from concerts. So when you have those concerts like that, it gives them way more exposure, for people to see them in other states that maybe, would love to see them. Because I know it's a lot of times, even artists here in Cleveland, I'm talking to people in different states, and they love some artists here. I mean, they might not be as big here in Cleveland, probably because they're from here. But, now other people who may appreciate them a little bit more, where they don't have as much access to them, will get that opportunity.
That's right.
To see if they want to bring them to their state.
Yeah.
I think it's going to open up a lot of doors. I hope it does.
I think it is too. And I'm really excited for them, because I talked to Thomas Morrison today, and I referred a very talented cinematographer that's in Maryland to him, because I know he's going to want something phenomenal, because I know how he is. This guy used to be with Def Jam. Me. I tell people I'm a lazy cinematographer. I just want to set up the lights one time and shoot. So I'm expecting you to be in concert. I'll do some B-rolls, I'll take a camera and roll around and everything on the floor, but I'm not going to be like, all right, y'all, now let's go downtown and set up for like an hour. All right, now we're going to the lake. It ain't going to be all of that, I just don't, it's not that I don't have the patience, but I just know what videos are worth these days. People want their videos to look like Beyonce. Beyonce be paying a couple $1 million for them videos, but that's what they want. Like Anthony Avery, they put some time into that video they did for him. I think with the one called Fairy Tales. I'm not sure if you saw that one yet. That's running on our platform. Yeah, this is the one where he's like you remember the Brady Bunch, when the Brady Bunch used to come on? All of them was in different windows. Yeah. Well, that's him in every window on the video. Oh. Yeah. So they put some time in it. And I said, sure, I haven't even upgraded my software in a while, so I don't even know if I could do that. So that was crazy, so I just stay within my lane. So I told Don, I said, look, I'm going to have to refer you to Carlisa Beach, her cinematographer. That's what they do. They do that stuff all day long. Right. That's their thing. So I got to go play radio, and then I got to go play television producer. I ain't going to have time to be drawing up no stars.
You got to know who you are. Like what they say, you got to know what what seat is yours on the bus.
That's right. So hopefully, he'll reach out to those guys, and if he come to Maryland, I guarantee he'll have a good time down there with them, because the food down there is phenomenal, and he'll get a chance to stay. And the time is so slow; it's like time just slows down when you're down there. I kid you not. So a weekend seemed like a week. He probably gonna come back feeling all refreshed and everything. There's no other place like it. I've been a lot of places. There's no place like it down there. It's really home. It's like that's the Harriet Tubman stomping ground. Chesapeake Bay, Eastern Shore, Maryland. Yeah, Frederick Douglass. They all grew up down that way. Yeah.
Wow.
So hopefully he'll reach out to those guys. And I say anybody looking for a phenomenal video, you really want to think outside the box, check them out. Check out Urban Vision Works and tell them Jerry Royce sent you. All right. But if you interested in being on the stage, performing live, going hard, going Mike Jackson, going, Murray or Kirk Franklin, I got you. I got you then. We got the gel lighting, we hook you up. We got the cranes. 3 cameras, shoot, we hook you up. But I think it's there.
Like a lot there.
Yeah, I think we there though. You're right. I think if the artists start investing in themselves like that, I remember Pastor Powell was on. He was telling them guys, he said, "Hey, don't really focus too much on trying to put out so many songs. Like they'll drop a song and then another one. Just marinate that bad boy. Let people get to know it, get to know you, do some interviews, shop this song out there, and then get yourself a nice video. Put a nice little package together. That's popular with R&B artists now and pop. They just releasing singles, So especially they spend all that money on them beats, them producers they not cheap. So I was feeling that when he was saying that. And I say, invest in that party. You don't need an album. I know you, like Harvey Morse was on here. He said he old school. He said he gotta have an album. That's what he does. But then it's like, well, which one you want us to play, guy? All of them. All of them nice. Like wow. So I say, go ahead and invest in that video, man. Check out them kids at them film schools. Sit down, put a production together, think outside the box. Look at what some of the people did back in the day. Whip up something nice. Tell a story. Tell your story. I mean, people got these testimonies they be telling. They writing in the song, but you don't see it in the videos. You see dancing and clapping and stuff. Like, wait a minute. I thought, he was almost dead. He was on drugs. I haven't seen a video yet where somebody looked like they were strung out on drugs and then they were lifted up. I haven't seen that yet. But yeah, that's what they tell us when they come on our show. I was on drugs. I was in a gang, Jerry, and it was like, man, God came and got me. I saw the angels.
You had the voice down there. You sound like DMX.
I haven't seen none of that yet. Where's the stuff at? So now if they want to do something like that, I probably can help them out with that, man. Show the dramatic part of the song. Let's go dark, y'all. Me, I like doing the dark stuff. Just like Dirty Diana. Y'all gonna get it when that come out. I was like, Jerry was in a dark place. I was in a dark place, y'all. Y'all gonna get it. So we got some exciting news though. We just finished talking to my management, and we're looking at putting out a contest for the artist, something fun. We're looking for some songs for our intro of who I am. If you guys have seen Who I Am yet, you better have seen it. Unless you're waiting for the weekend. I understand. I released it kind of early in the middle of the week because I wanted to promote it so you can watch it this weekend. The intro is phenomenal. It's an aerial. It's a drone footage of downtown, the waterfront harbor of Charm City, Baltimore. You guys want to see this? You're going to say, wow, I did not know Baltimore looks like that. I was surprised myself. I was like, wait a minute, what city is this? I had to call the guy up. I called him up. I was on YouTube. I said, wait a minute, dude, is this Baltimore? I did recognize the aquarium. And I was down there that night when he shot that. It was amazing. My wife we had a date. Matter of fact, we was on our anniversary. Well, I better write that down. It's coming up. we was on our date. And okay. Hold on, Ron. I got to finish telling my story. My wife was actually down on a date, and we seen they let the whole harbor up. They lit it up, man, like a circus. Yeah, light show.
Oh, wow.
And the guy was flying his drone down there, and I just happened to run across that bad boy, and I said, I gotta have that for my film. I didn't know what film it was going to be for, but I knew I wanted it for a film. And
Seen the vision for it.
yeah, because I let Dr. Kelly look at it. He called me and said, "Oh man, that movie was nice. Doc, did you see it, Doc? Did you see the guy? Oh man, I thought that was the movie." He thought that was the movie. No, Doc, that was just the intro. That's looking good. Then they had that heavy beat on there. Terrence Farrell and Pastor Duckett, they did the music for that movie. So I know it opens up nice. People are like, oh man, this is gonna be a nice movie about being in the neighborhood. Nah, there's gonna be three guys talking to you, telling you about their journey. But we that was my first movie. I didn't even have the right lights, but it sound good. But support a brother, y'all, so I can come out with some more stuff, so I can hire a production company to help me. For my other projects I got coming out, because I do want to do some stage plays. I got to talk to Miss Battle. We actually supposed to be doing smaller productions of some dramatic stuff. I'm actually looking for some actors who already have material written and they want to do some like little small skits just for music vision. We try and build some content for my channel. And shout out to my manager, Dr. Trinnell. Dr. Trinnell, she the one taught me into doing this channel, this music TV station. She said, Jerry, I've been calling around and checking out stuff. I ain't saying she putting them bad on people. She just said she think I could do that and maybe better. So I was like, really? So I said, I don't know, Doc. I don't know if I want to do that. Just check out some more. Because we was building content. I just wanted a place to put my movies and But now, hey, Paul and I had tested this thing and it did well. It ran into a little trouble later, but that was my fault. I didn't realize I had a corrupted file. But so far it's running good on YouTube. People have been hitting me up saying they enjoying it. And, it's only about, a month old, I think. And the videos are coming in. We already produced our own in-house show with my daughter, Sky. So she said, we can't call her Skylar Girl no more. She said she's not a girl. She said, I can call her that, but nobody else. So she said she want her name to be Sky on the show. So she made me go into a contract with her. I got to pay her.
I know that's right.
No, it was like,
well, you trained her well. You just happened to start using it with you first.
No, she's like, I was like, wait a minute, you only did one show. Well, two now, two technically. How you on contract? You knew. Dad, I need money for my prom. That's what she telling me. So I gotta pay anyway. So I might as well go ahead and see it go to something, right? At least I can get something out of this deal. All right. Well, that's the end of our chit chat. Unless you got something else, Patrice. You got anything else before we get started? You got anything great news to tell people? We're gonna be talking to Ron till 10:30. So hold tight, Ron.
No, I mean, no, nothing big going away. Not right now.
You got to tell them about your book.
I'm working on.
Patrice, you be forgetting about your book. Tell people about the book. Come on.
Well, I mean, yeah, it released in February, so that's going well. We got some pretty big orders going out, but we still got books left. So you guys, if you want the book, you can go to Yes Purpose Matters. It's an anthology of 13 purpose-filled people, and it's also a journal. That's one thing a lot of people didn't know. It is a journal in the book as well, so it has 30 days of prompts to talk about purpose, to help you find your purpose, to cultivate your purpose, and even some quotes and to empower and encourage you along the way each day. So I'm pretty proud of it. It's a big project. Got some other stuff coming out with it soon, too.
Yeah. So when I'm supposed to get my book and my T-shirts, man, I'm ready to show off. You know how I am.
I'm just waiting for they've already been sent to everything's been at the printers. I'm just waiting for the printer to drop them off to me.
All right,
so I can get them mailed out.
Yeah, I'm excited. Yep. Can't wait to get my shirt and my book. Can't wait to get down and show it to my parents. It's funny when no matter how old you are, when you have some kind of, even the tiniest accomplishment, you still want to make your parents proud. While they're here.
Yeah, and that's a big, having the courage to tell your story, and then you guys told your story, and you told it in a way where not only were you telling it, but you were doing it to empower and encourage people to go out and live their purpose. It's so much peace in that, and like you said, you feel that sense of accomplishment when you're doing something that you love and you have passion for it.
That's right. I'm kind of skeptical about showing it to my wife because I didn't get her to proofread it. I just wrote it and sent it to you. I said, Patrice proofread it. The wife said, you only had 2 hours of sleep. You didn't let me see it. I was like, I know. I said, I had to get it out.
Well, we sent it to editors and publishers, so.
Yeah, that's what I told her.
The publisher sent it
they had
to us.
professionals
So people,
looking
so
at it.
I think, for me, it seemed like it was okay.
Yeah, I told the professionals. I mean, I could have wrote, and that was a thing too. I was talking to one of your other authors, and I guess we felt like we could have wrote more, but you kind of didn't want to like be like a writer hawk, So I said, well,
yeah, because you do have everybody only had like a page and a half, 2 pages. But that's another thing about doing anthologies is that if you're not quite sure if you want to write a book, you can always do anthologies, and that will let you know if you want to be a writer. I think that everybody has a story, so there's always a book in everybody. But if you feel like you're not a writer, you can always do anthologies, or you can use the anthology to see if that's what you want to do. So
that's real popular now.
Now y'all have the writing bug, and you guys can write your own books.
Right.
And then we're going to be having a part 2 to the book. So we'll be looking for more authors along the way, and I got some different ideas, like some kind of niche books that will go well with this, as well as maybe doing a tour and some documentaries in the future.
Yeah, you got to bring your people here. We can do it here. Come to Baltimore. Let us do your documentary.
Yep.
Yeah. And I heard that's pretty popular now, anthology. I mean, especially with the chicken soup and all that, really doing well. Everybody contributing and putting different writing styles and make it more interesting sometimes when you do it like that, different perspectives.
Yeah, because you get everybody had a different story. They all came. I mean, this is coming from coaches of not just like business coaches or life coaches, but we actually even have a couple in the book who met through their purpose.
Wow.
One of them is a coach. He's a swimming coach, and Kim and Andre, and they tell their story, how they met and how their purpose brought them together. So we have that. I wrote a story about my grandmother from my point of view of who I thought she was. We have other authors. We have a lot. I mean, it's not just. I mean, a lot of different people in the book telling their story.
That's right. It's gonna be exciting. I can't wait to get my copy. I can't wait. That's of course, when you was cranking it and pumping it up and everything. I said, man, I just can't wait to get the book in my hand and open it up. And that's funny because I've published over thousands of books for people. Thousands. I mean, I work for a publisher. We had our own company. We had our own magazine. But this is just a different feeling. Probably pretty much the same feeling when we was waiting for our first newspaper to come off the press when we published our first magazine with the family. Same feeling. Incredible.
Yeah, I can't wait. I just talked to the publisher who works with the printer, and making sure they were on their way. She's like, they'll be on their way. My husband's going to drop them off. Yeah. So I'm like super excited to get. Now it's going to be a lot of books to receive, but I'm like super excited. I got all the stuff that's going out. Like I got some free gifts for you guys, and some stuff going to be going out. So I'm super excited to get that taken care of. And we got to wait for the shirts too. Yeah, so the shirts will be here soon too.
Amen.
So that was one of the big keys, is finding the right printer for the shirts.
That's right. All right. Speaking of books, this guy that we about to talk to next, Ron-E-Jefferson, very impressive young man. I know I was waiting for him to send me his bio to read because I was going to send it to you, but of course I didn't have my email open to even see if I got it yet. So anyway, we're going to have him come out here and I'll read the bio and we take a music break. So anyway, let's talk to Ron-E-Jefferson. Ron-E-Jefferson, well, I can't say welcome to Positive Power. You on Positive Power. What's going on, brother? How you doing, man?
I'm doing great. I'm doing good, my good brother. Thank you for having me on the show. It's a wonderful privilege. I feel honored. Thank you so much for letting me join in on this awesome power broadcast. And yes, I do feel the power.
Amen. And Ron, you're so special. You actually on here for 45 minutes now. Come in, Patrice talked up your 15 minutes. But you got 45 minutes. Normally people get 30. So So
Thank you for helping me feel so special.
Yeah, man. So you special guy. All right, Ron. So the first question coming out of the gate is, who is Ron-E-Jefferson? Who is this guy on our line? Who is he?
Well, before I start on that, let me just say that God is good, God is great, and God is better than all of that. I am just a redhead country boy from Pine Bluff, Arkansas, that grew up in the big city of Detroit, Michigan.
Yeah.
Fun-loving guy, have had moments of growth, have had moments of wisdom and knowledge, which is something that I still always pursue to this day, because that is such mental stimulation and mental exercise for a person's mind. I'm always looking to grow. Want to be a contributor in life, Brother Jerry. Want to be on the solution side of life, the positive side of life. Want to be a link in this chain of humanity that's going to pull things up. That's who I am. I'm a writer. God has blessed me to be a radio show host. I'm very much a community activist and I guess you could say, God-fearing, down-to-earth brother.
Yeah, man, that's right. Ron must have heard us talking about people. Patrice, what was that? I said the first question.
Straight to the point.
Yeah, they go 20 minutes. Ron went straight to the point. And Ron got
that might be because he is a podcaster too, so he knows.
Yeah,
you know how it goes.
Ron has a fascinating story, and we got, of course, I know Ron looking at the clock. He said, "Yeah, we got plenty of time to tell my story," and it's cool. But Ron, we really want you to tell your story, but we're gonna let Patrice go ahead and ask her a question. All right, hit him, Patrice, hit him.
Well, you know what? Actually, that was my question. I wanted to know, where did it all start? Where did this? Because you do a lot. So where did it all start, this need to, or this desire to do what you're doing?
Well, life has a way of either pushing you or pulling you. You get to a point in life where you get to a divide. Either you're going to let it build you up or you're going to let it tear you down. The circumstances in my life led me to ask many, many questions about why this is happening. And I wasn't always sure of the answers, but it was just something down inside of me that I always wanted to pursue, at least some sense of satisfaction when it comes to answers. I didn't know my father, Patrice, and that was the first impact in my life that led me to being the man that I was. I didn't want to continue a chain of irresponsible fathers. So that set me on a course. I didn't really know it at the time. That set me on a course to be the father that I never had, which means I had to become a real man. So that set me on a journey of discovering what is a real man. What does a real man walk like, talk like? What does he do? Who is this real man mystery that I was out to solve? And so that is the beginning of, I'm going to say, my journey into being who I am today.
Amen.
All right.
Wow.
That's good.
And Ron, we get a lot of people come on here and tell their testimony, but I had the privilege and the honor to be on the line with Dr. Paul Kelly. Well, of course, with Carlton McConnell hooked us up, introduced us. He told us that you was interested in looking for a nice platform for your new show, and we got a chance to chit chat, and you got a chance to meet Dr. Kelly, and because you shopping the screenplay and everything, you got a chance to talk to his publisher. But I'm telling you, man, the story you told is just so. Ooh, man, it's like if that was a movie, that definitely will be the summer hit. That would be the summer.
Yeah.
It kind of remind you of a Oprah. One of those kind. Oprah always trying to get people to pour out because they know people are holding back so much right now. They don't know how to cry. Yeah. People don't know how to let go. Mm-hmm. And that story you told us, man, me and Dr. Kelly was really, really feeling that, man.
Yeah.
So it's up to you.
It's a real life true story, Jerry, and I've lived it. And before we go any further, I have got to give a shout out to Pine Bluff, Arkansas. All my people in Pine Bluff, Arkansas. It's a small city, and it's a majority of our people, people of color, African descent, and we have our issues. Unfortunately, even though we're small in population, we're ranked high in a lot of national crimes, but we are solving those issues, and those numbers are coming down. So we are loving and respecting each other more. Big shout out to Mayor Shirley Washington, a good friend of mine. She is the first elected black female mayor of our city. And I got to give a shout out to my pastor, Pastor Derek Easter, First Lady Keely Easter, and my church family at New St. Hurricane. I love these people dearly. They are a lot of the reason, connecting with people like them, Jerry, Patricia, that have only kind of fueled the fire that's in me. And you know, Jerry, fire is synonymous with who I am now, because that is the title of my gospel show. Because once you get a fire started, you can really do some things. You can see, you got some heat, you got some energy. And I love those quotes that come from the Bible in regards to how God presented himself and used fire as well.
Amen. It's a very inspirational show. I actually listened to that show. It streams. Ron, when you send us that show, on Monday? We get on Monday? Because I know we got it in the lineup by Wednesday.
I usually send it right out the Sunday evening after my show is done, Sunday afternoon, 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 4 p.m. Central Standard Time, and 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Once it's done processing, I go ahead and send it straight to you, because I want to get it to you, because I love your show, man. I love your energy, man. It's just beautiful. I really appreciate. And shout out to Carlton McConnell, man, for bringing us together, man, because he knew that once we kind of got together and get to know each other a little bit, that we would kind of bond and click. We got so many things in common, and I really appreciate my good brother from Detroit, Carlton McConnell, for putting us together. That's
right.
Awesome.
That's right. And I'm not sure how many people had an opportunity to hear Ron on Next Man Up. That was a very powerful show with Dr. Kelly moderating, and of course that led us to naming our documentary, our docuseries, Next Man Up docuseries, Who I Am, and and I would love to have an opportunity to have you part of that film project too. So anytime you're ready to come to Charm City and hang out with the Batman, man, we want to light it up, man, light it up.
All right. That'll work, man. Yeah. Say no more. I got you.
So that's right. So we'll save some of your real story for that, because that's the one we want to tell. But in your own words, Ron, basically, man, just tell people what your humble beginnings was like. What was it like being Ron at 12 years old? What was it like in your household at that time?
Well, I went through a real tough time. I have to be honest with you all, because I'm going to say I'm blessed to be open when it comes to communication. And then that's a precious thing, Jerry, because a lot of black men are synonymous for not talking, not engaging, not verbalizing beyond locker room talk, what's going on in the street, and then sports. We always hear a lot of women complaining about men just don't talk. We don't communicate. We don't open up. We don't share our feelings. Well, at the age of, I'm going to say 14, I had some very, very difficult times not having a father, and the man who married my mother, who I really didn't care for at all, he eventually departed out of our life, and that was a good thing, because he was a rough guy. He was abusive to my mother. I witnessed this with my own eyes. Wow. And then again, that stirred something in me where I said, that is not the man that I want to be. I have no respect for him. I made that decision at a young age. And it's kind of funny, too, because I had to be about, I don't know, 5th or 6th grade, and I went into the bedroom, and I was digging around for whatever reason. I found a little pistol on the headboard in their room, and then I walked up to him, and then I said, bang, bang, bang.
Wow.
I thought I was playing, but deep down inside, I really had this protective thing going on in me that, hey, man, that's my mother, and I will drop you for messing with my mother. And so he hurried up and snatched that from me.
Oh, wow.
But at the age of 14, man, in Detroit, I felt like life wasn't fair. I never knew my father. Me and my brother, Reggie Maddox, God bless him, we have different fathers, but that never made a difference to me. My brother had his own way of living. We really weren't close, and I think it was because he kind of maybe felt threatened by me just being here. You know, he had mama all to himself, and I love you, Reggie. You know I do. And so I think he just really had a difficult time accepting me. And so we really didn't get a chance to grow up close. We're doing real good now, and I'm grateful to God for the reconciliation and healing of us as adults now, so we can be brothers and show brother love now. But I just wasn't close to my family, and all it was my mother and my brother. And so I was making some mistakes, Jerry. I did some things that I had no business doing. I had to pray and ask God to forgive me for foolish, youthful mistakes, which I believe he has. And I had gotten to a point where I came home from school one day. My key didn't work. All my little secret windows that I used to climb in were nailed shut. And I went to the side door, and my mother put a note on the door and said, Ronnie, I don't know what else to do with you. I've tried everything I can. I love you, but I just can't live with you. And I'm praying for you. And I cried that night. I slept in the garage. And I was convinced my family just does not love me. So growing up from, I'm going to say, about 14 to my early 20s, I really had a difficult time accepting people. Thank God for my fraternity, Alpha Phi Alpha, my family at Ferris State College. They really don't know how much of a family they were to me. We said family, and we were close and everything, but I needed to be embraced by people, and they really did. And I had to kind of find my way spiritually, because I wasn't really satisfied with what was going on in my life around me, Jerry. I wanted more than what the eye could see, and I guess it was just my spirit wanting more than what I was getting. So even though I was baptized at 15 years old, I wasn't living the Christian life. I heard the story. I went to church. I heard the preachers preaching messages, and I accepted God because I said, there's somebody up there that does love me. No, I can't see him with my eyes, but I could definitely feel him in my spirit. And at the age of 20, I started reading the Bible, and I started finding my way. And so spiritually, I was being fed, and I was getting the answers that I had sought for so many years. So all of those things will kind of lead me up. Even the dark, hard times eventually led me to realize I can't figure life out by myself. I need help. I need answers. I need solutions to problems, but I also need some solutions for myself, Jerry.
Yes, sir. Wow. All right, man. That's something. All right, Patrice, you got a question for Ron?
Yeah, I actually do. So 2 times when you answered the question, you spoke about how the community affected your life. Like now, when you talk about your fraternity, and then also before when you were talking about the city that you're from. Can you tell me some of the benefits of having a strong community behind you and how it can affect your life in other ways?
Well, I'm going to tell you this now. I am still to this day just so connected to my community, because I realize how much value I found in community youth centers, in Little League sports, in school athletics, in teachers. Teachers, I think, kind of have a gift to be able to discern certain students' need. They can just feel it. They can understand it, body language, and use all of their perception to be able to reach out. So I had certain teachers that reached out to me, and to this day I love them. I don't know where they are. I don't even know if they're still with us, but they blessed me, and the community can really help determine the journey, the way of escape from a lot of hostilities, whether they're external, internal, Patrice, and give you options, give you alternatives from maybe some of the pain and uncertainties that get trapped inside of our own head. That's why it's so valuable to have somebody to talk to, because you can release what your thoughts are, and then somebody can say, hey, no, it's not that bad, or it's not that serious. Or they can say, man, you know what? I can identify. I've been through something like that myself. And that helps you not feeling so alone. Because when you get alone, you can reach a point of defeat, which can lead to a point of desperation, which can cause you to make some very detrimental decisions, which Jerry kind of mentioned in regards to my life that we're going to save for the book and the movie, because I have been through some dark days. I really, really have. And I'm very thankful and grateful to say that God has brought me out. But as far as the communities are concerned, we must have communities that have a tone of positivity to offset the negativity, the criminal elements in our neighborhoods, the people that have resources and maybe talents, but are sitting on the sidelines, not even aware of how they can make a difference. We have to have these public, I'm going to say, events, so that people can come to it and see that, hey, you know what, maybe I can participate in certain activities and not feel like I'm just here and I can't help build my community and build my neighborhood. So, yes, I have found community centers, schools. I have found city events to be a valuable part of helping us build healthy communities, Patrice.
That's right.
Patricia?
Patrice, yeah.
Yes.
Wow.
Patrice, okay.
Amen. All right.
That's good. I'm glad you said that.
Yeah, for real. We're talking to Ron-E-Jefferson and my co-host Patrice-Jackson. She's the author of a brand new anthology book called Purpose Matters. You can go to mypurposematters.com. mypurposematters.com.
Yes, Purpose Matters.
Yeah, check it out. That's right. Yours truly's in it. All right, we're going to take a quick music break and a station identification. And you're listening to Double XI. That's right. Positive Power, Double XI with Jerry-Royce-Live Worldwide, Patrice-Jackson, and Ron-E-Jefferson. Hit it, robot.
You are listening to Jerry-Royce-Live Worldwide Podcast.
Her heart, a shattered and broken but sincere heart. It's so simple. She sees you, she needs you, but it's so hard. Has pushed her aside and now she's confused. She's suffering, it's so complicated, yet she loves you. How can you love the desire is driving me? How can you love? There's a struggle inside of me. How can you love? I can't even get close to you. How can you love me? How can I love you when I'm broken?
His walk feminine, even in the way he talks. His thoughts confuse those around because he wasn't taught. He knows better. His parents choose to pray, although it hurts.
there's a struggle inside of me. How can you love? I can't even get close to you. How can you love me? How can I love you when I'm broken? Unmeant to pour out my plan for you. I'll take you by the hand. I'm taking hold of you. You are my child, and you answer to me. I'll give you direction. You follow my lead. Your broken pieces, I'll make you whole. That's how I love. I'll take those desires that's driving you. That's how I love. I'll take the struggle inside of you. That's how I love. I'll always be close to you. That's how I love you. That's how you love me. When you're that's how I love. I'll take those desires that's driving you. That's how I love. I'll take the struggle inside of you. That's how I love. I'll always be close to you. That's how I love you. That's how you love me when you're broken. When you're broken, when you're broken, pour out your contrite heart. When you're broken, when you're broken, pour out your contrite heart. When you're broken, when you're broken, pour out your contrite heart. When you're broken, when you're broken, pour out your contrite heart. When you're broken, when you're broken, pour out your contrite heart. That's how I love.
You are listening to Jerry-Royce Live Worldwide Podcast.
What time is it, listeners? It's pastor's time. I am Dr. Paul Kelly, praise the Lord, coming soon to Pastor's Time International Ministries on March the 20th, 2018 at 9:15 p.m. Eastern Standard on Positive Power 21.org, Worldwide Christian Media. The legendary ambassador, Dr. Bobby Jones. Yes, you heard it. Dr. Bobby Jones, known as Mr. Gospel, and Bobby Jones presents Impact Network TV. For 31 years, this gospel icon has presented a weekly television show that promotes his unique anointed musical genre. It was the largest running show in cable television history, a mainstream on BET, but played a larger role in the spiritual gospel greatness in the African American culture and our contributions to the gospel industry. Join us live in this honorable interview with the legendary ambassador, Dr. Bobby Jones.
All right. We're back. And don't forget, people, mark your calendar, set up your Google calendar. 9:15 next Tuesday. Let's support Dr. Kelly real big. I know Spreaker Radio is our big platform, and we just can't say enough to what's going on in the UK, how they talking about the show. It's funny, I was just talking to, I know you guys probably familiar with Sabrina Williams. Sabrina Williams is an awesome podcast. She is so funny. She actually has a couple shows that she sent us. I need to update her channel, but she is actually the oldest sibling of Serena and Venus Williams. A lot of people didn't know that, but she is so funny. And she said she was looking to get back in the podcast, and she's talking to some friends, and they said, you got to go back. You got to go to Positive Power. She was like, Positive Power, Jerry Royce? She said, yeah. She said, I know him. I was like, that was so great, you know, how they supporting this radio station. I remember when they first came on board, we was entertaining this guy from Canada that was really popular in the UK, and they just been constantly just, you know, being part of us. So that's wonderful. And the good, awesome thing is we're streaming in 150 countries right now, ladies and gentlemen. So I'm hoping they buy y'all music. Come on, y'all, buy music. So I guess the biggest thing is that we got to find a way to get the artists that we're supporting on this platform music on our website so people know where to go. So that's the next thing that we're going to be working on is getting, because we finally found a great platform to stream our movies. So we hoping people will come out to our channel like it's Netflix. You know, you're looking for something to do, you come out to positivepower21.org and look for something fun to do. Whether you're going to look at some videos, listen to some good music, or listen to some awesome podcasts. Because we have the greatest podcasters on earth. That's right. I said it, y'all. The greatest podcasters. So come on out and hang with us. All right, we talked. That music we just played was called Broken, one of my favorites by Ree. That song will break you down. Especially when you hear live, man. Oh, nothing like live. Yeah, Ree can get to you, man. She can get to you, man. So y'all will experience that real soon. For Blackout Live is coming. It's going to be streaming on pay-per-view. So support the artists, y'all. We got great deals going on with them, and we want y'all to support them. All right, and Ron, tell them where they can get your book at before people get sleepy. Where can they get your book?
Well, you can get your book on Amazon, and if you just Google the title of the book, Listen to the Men, that think for yourself. If you just Google it and put my name, Ron-E-Jefferson, with the book title, Listen to the Men, Think for Yourself, it'll pop up, and you'll be able to go ahead and order that book from my publisher, Author House. You can get in touch with me if you want an autographed copy. Just get in touch with me. I'm on Facebook, Ron-E-Jefferson. Send me a message, and I'll go ahead and we'll work something out. This book is a phenomenal book, Jerry and Patrice, and I'll tell you why, because there's a lot of books that have been written by celebrities and movie stars and athletes and all of that, and that's fine, but, you know, when have we heard from the lay brother, from the brother on the street? So I have officially nominated myself as the representative for the Brother Nation and decided to just share some insight from so many things that I have just observed and experienced in life. Say, for instance, I know the book title probably throws a lot of people talking about listen to the men. What you talking about, listen to me? No. It's not overly command, or it's not anything boisterous or pushy. All we're doing is say, just hold up for a minute. You say you want men to talk, so just hear us out, just listen, because to a lot of ladies' surprise, Nana and Mama and TT and Shaquisha, they don't know it all. There's some pieces that are missing, and I have decided to share some of those internal secrets that men keep to themselves, and just decide to share them with women, because I believe if we're going to build better relationships, there needs to be a voice from men. Men do need to speak up. And then after that, it's up to you. Think for yourself.
That's right.
So I probably can share something that will stun you right now, Miss Patrice, if you'd like to hear it.
Yeah, go ahead. Hit it.
I sure would.
All right. Well, I can tell you in one word this famous question that's always being asked over social media, and probably since Adam and Eve had their little dispute way back in the garden, which I talk about in my book. Why do men cheat?
Ooh.
I can answer that in one word and then explain it.
All right.
I'm interested, very intrigued.
Yeah, let's hear.
That got your attention, didn't it? Well, the reason why men cheat in one word is because of immaturity. Relationships are designed for mature people, mature-minded, sober-minded people. And in my first chapter, I talk about boys to men. The majority of men, when they got into puberty and started experiencing all the wonderful, brand new heated feelings behind puberty and the curiosity and the sensitivities to our sexual awareness and awakening, that a lot of men decided, this is where I'm going to get off. I'm going to stay right here. Mentally and emotionally, most men are still in their puberty stage. Bodies just grew, and we got a little hair in all different places. But we were so excited about what we were feeling, we just wanted to do like Peter Pan and never grow up. We want to stay right there. Why do you think a lot of grown men still play video games excessively, always want to hang out with their boys? And if they do read anything, it probably is something of the nature of Sports Illustrated, a Hustler magazine, or the sports page.
A quick read. Yeah.
Probably haven't read a hardcover book since school. So what I say is that, ladies, a guy has to measure up. Just like when you go to Cedar Point or Six Flags over Texas, they have a ruler, and they say you have to be this tall to ride this ride. There are obvious signs of maturity. If a guy is not showing you obvious signs of maturity, there's no point in praying and wishing and thinking that he'll change or that he'll do better when he's already showing you who he is. I liken this to a child that's being left alone in a candy store by himself. What is he going to do, Patrice?
Be a free fall.
Yes, he is going to go for it nonstop because he doesn't have the mature knowledge and responsibility to understand, even if I eat all this candy, I'm going to get sick. And guess who the candy is nowadays in most people's mind, in most men's mind?
That's right, the ladies.
Yes.
In the candy shop. You remember that 50 Cent song? I love that song. I love that song. That was a bad song.
So, Patrice, what happens with a lot of guys is what you may want them to call love and what they may think is love is just those puberty feelings of lust. And they just cover it with a thin coat of love language, and they go through the motions.
It's when they say, I love you when it's over. It's when you know they love you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
I tell you ladies, I say, y'all probably do your best thinking in a vertical position. I'm gonna let that one sink in.
Yeah, that was summer. That was hot.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's giving you guys some. I better get that book. Get that book. Theodore said, "Stop it, stop."
Yeah. In that book, I talk about cheaters, the different obvious signs of cheaters, what they say, how they operate, all of those things. Now, let me tell you one more thing. And I am about to publish my second book. That first book, Listen to the Man, Think for Yourself, is primarily for the ladies. It's for everybody because there's a lot of men that could benefit from this too because they're still dangling and still in the wind and haven't figured it out yet. Mm-hmm. But my second book is designed for men, and it's called The Man Code, Being a Man of Purpose on Purpose, because I'm tired of these rotten apples giving the whole bunch a bad name. But just to show you the mind of man, we can tell when you all are staring at us, like when we're at the mall, and you all are trying to see if we're staring at ladies, right? We can feel that. We can feel y'all looking at us. So what some guys do to get around y'all staring at us is if I see a lady from a distance coming in my preview, in my line of sight, rather than turkey neck and turn and watch her and getting busted, what some men will do is they will estimate her flight pattern, so to speak, and just keep my head still, knowing that she's coming my way. That way I don't have to turn my head. I can just watch her walk by.
Ron, you're telling all the secrets, man. Now I can't go to the mall.
Now you can't go to the mall. I got to stay home.
The wife would like, sit right there. Hold my pocketbook.
Yeah.
That's what she say.
That's why they don't want us to wear sunglasses in the mall. Take those glasses out.
That's why I wear them in the house, so she don't know.
All the time. Yeah. So,
yeah.
So I just want to be able to share my experiences. I had to do something with what I had learned, and I decided to be a positive person because I know what it feels like to be surrounded by hopelessness and defeat. And I'm so stubborn. I just don't believe in giving up. I've given up, and I didn't like it in certain things. You know, I quit playing baseball. I didn't want to get hit in the eye. Certain things, I had to learn that it's okay to kind of tough it out. But my biggest accent to life has been realizing that the dark days of my life only showed me what my human limitations are and were, and the need for something greater than anything I can conjure up mentally, physically, or otherwise, and just really just ask if God is real. Come into my life and let me experience who you are so that I can be the person and the man that you created me for, and then I can be about the business of living the life that you want me to live.
That's right. Hey, Ron, you know what, Ron, when I was listening to your story earlier, you was talking about, you know, you joined up with the brothers in the college, you know, the fraternity. Wow, that could have easily been a street gang, you know, real easy. Yeah. So I wanted to ask you, so with all that, you know, you told us what you went through with your mom. What encouraged you to go to college? You know, you know, because you didn't play baseball on a baseball team. You didn't mention anything about being on a football team. Who encouraged you to go to college?
Well, in high school, I was 3-letter sports: basketball, football, and track.
Oh, okay.
The biggest thing about going to college, I wanted a better life. And as far as I knew, there weren't many college graduates in my family. I know my mom had attended college, and it was over an extended period of time. She never really graduated. She never graduated. Mm-hmm. And so I wanted to kind of just make my mom proud. I wanted to make myself proud. I wanted to have a career and not just a job. I figured that if I could go into a field of work that I enjoy doing. I write, yes, but that was a talent that was later developed. I always enjoyed reading. I always enjoyed English and history. Wow. But I always draw. I'm an artist. I draw. So I started out in commercial art, and I ran into a real tough drafting class, and I had to change my curriculum. I went into audiovisual technology. That's where my first introduction with studio and sound and cameras came into play. And I love how God brought me full circle, because that was many, many years ago. I always wanted to be a DJ. I always wanted to work with cameras, and I thought that dream was gone up until like a few years ago, because when I published my first book, I met a young lady, Jasmine Best, who interviewed me once she found out I wrote a book. She has a radio station in Sacramento, California. One thing led to another. After she invited me on her show, that went so well, she asked me to sit in on her show for a month. She needed a break. And then after that, she asked me, would I consider hosting my own show? Wow. So that, even though it was years and years and years before, the fruit of that seed of desire that I had to want to get into broadcasting, I want to encourage everybody out there to not give up on your dream, because it may take a while. But if you believe and trust God, he said he'll give you the desires of your heart. Now, I know that has a lot of spiritual significance, but I believe God is so gracious and kind that he will even grant us some of our own personal wishes that we may have thought were dead and gone. He can resurrect our heart's desire and our visions, and then bring about some wonderful things. Because, Jerry, I'm living a life right now that I never would have imagined. I'm an author, I'm a radio show host, and I'm not bragging on me. I'm telling you, and I'm telling all your listeners out there, it is because God has been so good to me that I have decided that I'm going to be a witness for him and tell everybody, if you believe in God and put your faith in God and live according to his way and his will, that he will certainly bless you and it will knock your socks off.
Tell him, shoot, Ron, you ain't telling him, buddy. So you preaching to the choir, man. Woo, man. Me and Patrice and I was talking. I was on Patrice's show yesterday, and after the show was over, it was an hour. We ran down everything we didn't get a chance to talk about. It was like, and all this is just God, it's just God. What can you say? You give him all the credit, and it's like now you start thinking about what your self-worth is, what your value is now. It's like, wow, my value is really. It's here now. When you go Google how much, like people should be paying you to do certain things, it's like you up there with the professionals now. When people call you in and say, hey, we're looking for celebrity radio hosts to stand on the red carpet or to attend these events, the community events, these people are going to be looking at you like a little differently now than when you weren't podcasting,
That's right.
Simply awesome. 'Cause what's funny? Real quick, and like you said, it's not bragging, but it's just you just thinking about what God has done. I was coming out of my neighborhood giant, and one of my friends stopped me and said, "Oh my God, what's up, Jerry? I've been listening to your show," and she said my name and everything. This lady turned around and said, "Oh my God, I listened to that too." And I was like, "Oh my God, it's like locals," And I said, "I wish my wife was there. She never get this stuff." My kids they're always with me when things happen. My wife is like, we're sitting at the table. I said, "Hon, guess what?" She said, "What?" I said, we was at IHOP. I said, I'm publishing a book." She just started laughing. We just started laughing.
Oh boy.
Yeah, because I was like, "Why you laughing?" She said, "You made me laugh." I was like, my son's sitting there shaking his head, So I said, "All right." I said, "I'm going to give you the book." I said, "The book is on its way." That's why I was saying, "Patrice, where my book? Where my book at, Patrice? I got to give it to her."
You got to prove it.
You got to prove it.
Oh, my goodness.
My wife cracks me up. She is so funny, man. It's like, she don't come down here. It's like, she don't come down. She came down to the studio, I think, Christmas. That was the last time. Last time she came to see me in the studio. Because Paula G said, "All right, when I come through, Jerry, I'm going to interview the family. I'm going to do a rolling interview." No, that's what she said. "I'm going to do a rolling interview." I said, "What's that?" She said, "I'm going to interview all the voices in the family." I said, "Wait a minute." I said, "You only interview me and Sky." She said, "Why?" I said, "Well, my wife don't talk English that much." And the little boy only say 1 or 2 word answers. This is going to be boring. She was like, "What?" That was the last thing she said was, "What?" So I told Dr. Kelly that he was cracking up. So I said, "Me and Sky," I said, "You see me and Sky on camera, that's it. Brandon talks. Brandon, he'll get on camera and say, well, he's in the movie. Brandon's real serious."
Okay.
So hopefully I can get Brandon to come down here in the studio and hang out one day. He comes through him and Jordan just be playing video games and then he's gone in his Night Rider mobile. Yeah, man. Look, I'm so proud of you, bro. I can't wait till you get here, man. It's gonna be that's gonna be a phenomenal movie. Everybody been calling me about it. They really been impressed and they can see the vision of it. And I said, "This is us, man. We the Black Panthers, man. We the Black Panthers of the modern world. We the modern day superheroes. Little boys."
That's right.
We think about what the little kids been going through in our high school. It's because they do not have no role models, no superheroes. In that movie, I was talking to my mom. I said, "Mom, why do you think so many people are drawn to that movie?" I said, that's the way Africa used to be before it got colonized. It was a very powerful nation. And they knew that. Yeah. That's why they stripped it away. They stripped it, you know, made it nothing, you know. So that's why everybody saw that. That's Africa, man, you know. So it's exciting. This is exciting times for, I mean, especially since, you know, that was the reason why I did the movies, because what was happening to our brothers in the street, the relationships with the brothers in blue wasn't good. You know, people was disrespecting our president, which he did a marvelous job, probably the best president ever we've ever had in the White House ever. Because if you go down that line, the mother one got some issues, man, and they don't want to talk about. Me and Dr. Kelly was just mentioning today, and this is real quick. I said they label all these other world leaders, you know, for the devastation that they had done on other races as monsters. I said they never talked about Eisenhower that way. That dude dropped a bomb on innocent children and women. Yeah. He said, you know how many deaths that were? You couldn't even bribe them. You couldn't even bribe those people. Yeah. You know? Yeah. No history.
He dropped 2 bombs.
Oh, that's right. He did. That's right. You know your history, too. I said, that was crazy. Yeah. The Americans got killed, too, right?
And Nagasaki.
Yep. And Americans got killed because it was very close to our bases. So, I don't, you know, I don't get it, but, you know, I'm going to leave it alone. Because this is an international radio station. So anyway, Ron, we're so happy to have you on this platform, man. There's just so much, you know, we can't wait to meet you, man. Hopefully we'll be able to meet you at the Spin Awards. It's coming up in October. Everybody save your money. That's our meeting spot. That's our reunion. You know, where everybody get together. So we hope that happens. That's going to be in October. So everybody save your money for your airfares. Buy it now. We wait for Mr. Pointer to give us that date that it's going to be. She already announced the nominations are going out now, so we know it's going to happen. All right. So Ron, so real quick, man. Before you do that, Patrice, you got one last question for Ron, because you know it's our show. We do what we want. You got a last question for him?
No, I don't have any questions. Just where can we find your information? I don't know if you mentioned it. You mentioned it a couple of places, but just in a general.
Google him, Barbara.
Yes. Yeah, you can always get me. I'm on Facebook. My name, Ron-E-Jefferson. You can also send me an email if you want to hit me up on email. That's wonderful, too. ronald-jefferson1@aol.com. And definitely want you all to tune into Fire. That is an anointed broadcast. I'm giving artists, I'm giving authors, motivational speakers, pastors, and preachers an opportunity to come on to the show. I'm going to be playing some of the very best gospel music. Yes, I'm going to be giving words of inspiration, but it's really not about me. It's about us. I'm going to invite everyone that's just on fire for God to come on to the show and give a word of inspiration and exhortation. So that's Blog Talk, and it'll be broadcast, of course, through Positive Power 21 Christian media for sure. My good friend Jerry-Royce-Live, he'll be syndicating my show. But yes, by all means, hit me up on Facebook, and if you want to just get in touch with me directly, give me a call, 870-413-0220. And when this book drops, The Man Code, Being a Man of Purpose on Purpose, you are going to want to read this book. If you really, really, really want to bless a man, give it to him as a gift, and then read it for yourself, because I'm sharing some information about men. And before we go, this one question everyone asks: can a woman raise a boy to be a man? Well, here's my thought about that. I'm going to say that, yes, she can.
Yes, she can.
But it has some limitations to that, because I believe that a woman can teach a boy the particulars of being a man. That is his conduct, what is appropriate behavior for a man. So, yes, I believe when it comes to certain particulars that she definitely can teach him the ethics, the morality of a man, and she can also teach him the posture of a man. That means his work ethics. That means his being responsible. That means being courteous and things like that. So she can teach him the particulars as far as what's ethically and morally right, and she can teach him the posture about getting up, making your bed, keeping your house clean, taking care of your hygiene, being responsible, going to school, taking care of your homework. All of those things will eventually elevate a boy into the ideologies of manhood. But the one thing that a woman's lack is the presence of a man. All men and women have different vibes. A boy will get to a point where the whoopings don't hurt no more. He's got a little height, maybe a little weight, and a little muscle, and he feels like, he can outdo mama. Now, physically, he feels like he is her superior, and he may be. So that's where mothers kind of lose the advantage. But the man's presence always leaves a question mark over a boy, which means, can I take dad? Am I really ready to challenge his manhood with my manhood? And so that is the thing that women don't have. But I think women are very capable of leading him to a point where she has done the best that she can. She is certainly more than capable to demonstrate it in her own feminine way. What a man is, she can teach him, and she can lead her own example in her own way. But at some point, a boy does need a male figure, a mentor, if the father is not around, to put the icing on the cake.
That's right. Amen. Well put. All right, Ron, we appreciate you. You want to say goodnight? You want to say goodnight, Patrice, before I hit the robot button?
Oh, yes. Good night, and I thank you for your, share your point of view, some good perspective, and good luck with your new book and everything coming out.
That's right.
Thank you. I appreciate you, and congratulations, Brother Jerry Royce, on your new documentary out, Who Am I? Congratulations. I will certainly be promoting it and letting everybody know you have my full support for the documentary, Who Am I, as well as Positive Power 21. I'm going to continue to promote it and support you, good brother. Thank you for having me on. God bless you.
And I'm looking forward to being on your show too, Ron. I'm lobbying.
Just let me know when you're ready.
All right. I'm lobbying, y'all. All right, y'all. One last question, Ron. Did you feel the power? Did you feel it, Ron?
I feel the power.
Patrice-Jackson, did you feel the power?
I felt the power.
She felt the power. Theodore Chestnut, I know you feel the power, brother. Theodore's out there. Serena's out there. Dr. Kelly's out there. Never Void is out there. Feel the power, everybody. Thank you so much for tuning in. A shout out to UK, Canada, Austria, Peru, India. We appreciate you guys. Germany coming in strong. Thank you so much for supporting us on Spreaker Radio. Just don't forget, y'all, you're looking for a powerful platform while you're riding around in your car on your Bluetooth. That's right. Go on to Spreaker Radio and search for Jerry Royce Live, and you get all of our podcasts, all 25 of them, all exciting. They the greatest podcasters on earth. I'm Jerry Royce Live Worldwide, a.k.a. Batman of Charm City. We see you again on Thursday with Shay Samuels and Joyce the Faith Walker White. 9 o'clock, y'all. Peace.
You're listening to Jerry Royce Live Worldwide Podcast.
Hi, I'm Larry W. Robinson, host of Gospel Updates, your gospel entertainment news report. And you're listening to Positive Power 21 Christian Radio with Jerry Royce Live Worldwide.
You're listening to Jerry Royce Live Worldwide Podcast.
Hey family, this is Mama G.
Can you feel the power? Can you feel the power? Feel the power of Double X.
Positive Power 21.org Internet Radio.
You're listening to Jerry Royce Live Worldwide Podcast.
Hey Hey family, this is Paula G, and I am so excited because coming to Pastor's Time with Dr. Paul Kelly is none other than the ambassador of gospel music, Dr. Bobby Jones. Tune in March 20th to Pastor's Time with Dr. Paul Kelly as we chat with Dr. Bobby Jones. Can you feel the power?
Have just what I say when I pray, speak in faith, and when I'm done I'll say amen. Oh, amen, amen. When I'm done I'll say amen. No, it's not of ourselves, but it's a gift from God. There is no need to be afraid. Just stand still and know that He is God. I am what He says I am. I can have what He says I can. I can do what He says. Nothing is impossible, 'cause we are victorious. Our Father which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, in earth as it is in heaven. Whatsoever things I want when I pray, just believe and receive them. Whatsoever things I want, yes. Whatsoever things I want when I pray, just believe and receive them. Whatsoever things I want, yes. Whatsoever things I want, He says I can believe I can have. Whatever things I want, He says I can, yes. I can do what He says. Nothing is impossible, 'cause we have victory. I am what He says I am. I can have what He says I can. I can do what He says. Nothing is impossible, 'cause we are victorious.
You're listening to Jerry-Royce-Live Worldwide Podcast.